earlier you said execution would be your job, and it's part of the job. But I don't think it's all of the job. You're going to often find yourself in the room. And when things like, as an example, the SecDef a few days ago said, when asked whether or not Russia invaded Ukraine, he said it's complicated. It's not complicated. Russia did, in fact, invade our ally, Ukraine. So, Mr. Feinberg, would you agree that you have a role beyond just execution in offering some advice when you hear things that are just fundamentally inaccurate?
I do think the deputy should at times give his view on policy, for sure. I think it should be behind closed doors and not in public. And I think it's important for the deputy to understand that he, regardless of what his opinion may or may not be, that ultimately the secretary and the president will decide what the policies are, and it's important to execute it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Mr. Feinberg, did Russia invade Ukraine?
Well, going to my behind closed doors statement a second ago, I'll just say this.
They moved tanks and troops and armored personnel carriers across the Ukrainian border. It's a pretty simple question.
Yeah. Well, here's how, if I may, I'd like to
If
say,
you would ask the chairman of this committee if Russia invaded Ukraine, I'm pretty sure, the Republican chairman, I'm pretty sure I would know the answer.
I got you. However, there's a very tense negotiation going on now. It's important for American interests. I don't have.
Mr. Feinberg, we've got to live in the real world here.
Yeah, but I don't.
I mean, things happen, and it's obvious to the rest of the world. And I think it's obvious to Europe right now that we just blew up an alliance. And for us not to be able to say an obvious fact it doesn't help a negotiation.
Well, what I was trying to say, Senator, is I don't think some person who's not informed on this, not involved in discussions, should make statements public that could undermine what the president and the secretary's intent is. I do have confidence that President Trump is very strong at negotiation, has a plan, and that he will find a good outcome for America.
Mr. Feinberg, people that are good at negotiations do not give up their two strongest negotiating points